Hi everybody, it's Lace, and I'm just outside the entrance to Diamond Fields, which is just these docks right over here. That's where the typical zone in is. And I'm at this little fishing shack, which I had kind of showcased before and noted a couple months ago that we were going to have a World Series of Poker, the Novian World Series of Poker, because inside I've created a little card table and stuff and simulated the chips. The lamp will probably move for the actual tourney. But what we're going to do is we're going to have 6 qualifying rounds, and the winner of each round will move on to the finals. Now, this is a small space, but it doesn't mean that spectators won't be welcome because there's some chairs, and hey, you can fish off the dock and stuff. Plus, we've got our normal floating platforms that we use for our regular fishing derbies and stuff that we've been hosting here. So basically, this is where the event's going to be located. And like I said, it's going to be 6 qualifying rounds. A winner in each round moves on to the final table of 6. There's no buy-in. You don't have to pay any money to join this tournament, but you are going to have to sign up on the forums in advance to be guaranteed one of those 6 seats because it's limited to 6 seats each week or each day of the qualifying. I say each week because it'll probably be once a week, but we might squeeze 2 in one weekend here and stuff. I've still got to get all those dates and times posted on the forums and everything. But this is kind of just to go over where it is. Also here located at this shack, you can find the poker rules, the official rules for the tourney. Those will be posted on the forums as well. And then you can get a Texas Hold'em rules book, which is how we're going to go with this. So if I just go in here, like for the rules, let's say you don't know exactly how that's played in poker. Basically, everybody gets 2 cards, and those are secret. And then everybody can bet. When everybody's finished betting, then we'll throw 3 cards up that everybody will know what they are and stuff. And this is called the flop. And then another round of betting ensues. And then one more card is turned up, and this is called the turn. And more rounds of betting. And then the final card is showed, and that's called the river. And we have the final round of betting. Now, the best hand is going to win, or if everybody's folded, you're going to win and stuff. And that's basically how the ending goes. There's also rankings for cards. We will be using this, obviously, Royal Flush, and it gives you an example, straight flush. This will be the ranking to determine the winners. You can read through this book. Like I said, you can pick up a free copy here and everything. And hold on one second. Someone's screaming for help. Justin's screaming for help. So give me one moment and I'll be right back. Okay, continuing on. So that was our rankings. And poker's all about making the best card of 5. So while you will have 2 in your hand and 5, quote unquote, on the board, you can only pick 5. You can't. It's not your best 7. It's your best 5 and stuff. And oops, hit a button there. Didn't mean to do that. And you're very welcome, Justin. And now you're in the video. Okay. In the event of a tie, let's say 2 players have 4 of a kind, or 3 of a kind, or 2 of a kind. So then you're going to have to use a kicker, and that's usually just like ace high, 10 high, or whatever you have that's your highest card. And if both of you have aces, then it'll go to the next one, and things like that. And that's how it's going to go. And then again, of course, it just says, reminder to sign up to get those 6 seats. And stuff for each one of the qualifying rounds. I will be scheduling those rounds at different times because I know we've got some, Australians and Europeans and everything playing. So I won't always put it, usually our crafting events are at a very set time. Sorry, get a little interruption, but hey, that just shows the interactivity in the game. And stuff. So I will do it at different times for that. In addition, we've got the actual rules for how the tournament is going to be run. And I've kind of gone over this a little bit just verbally now. But basically, the 6 rounds, we talked about that. I'm going to use a real card deck behind the scenes and literally deal out the hands in the river. So that way I, have no question of exactly what's been dealt in the deck. I will shuffle it very well in between rounds and stuff. I will whisper to the players what their hand was what their two cards in the hole were. And I'll go around the table and do that. And then the ones that are going to be for the flop and for the flop, the river, and the turn, and all that, I will do that in a local chat and stuff. And let me just real quick take one pause out and show you that. So what I'll do for the local is, I found it kind of just just a little nerdy thing to do it, and this is how it'll be whispered to the players, and then also how I'll do, like, let's say we were doing the flop. I would literally show this on the screen. Yeah, I geeked out and found a way to represent the basic suits of cards and stuff, and it does work in chat. You can't put it in books, but it does work for local chat. So now everybody can clearly see what suit it is, and they don't have to read what suit. It's very visual. So that was just my little nerdy geek thing that I figured out how to do to make this work. And then if the next card will be turned, and I'll repeat the first three along with the fourth card. So the next time I say it, I'll show all four, and then for the final, I'll show the final five all together and stuff like that. That's just to make it a little visually more appealing and stuff, and I hope you kind of like that, because I worked pretty hard to go, okay, how can I do this, and looking up the ASCII codes and everything to get that going. Moving along, betting, players will be given 100 items, aka their chips. I don't know what I'll use. I'll probably change it up and stuff, but and I'll probably be having a spreadsheet on the sidelines just to make sure somebody didn't happen to have an extra 20 of whatever the item is that I use for the betting chips, where they have a larger pool. So I'll be tallying it down as the betting rounds occur as well, just to ensure no cheating or accidental cheating. I'm not going to say accuse anybody of cheating, but accidental cheating and stuff like that. What will be the probably most time consuming piece is you need to trade that to me to quote unquote put it in the kitty. And that's just, I could use a public chest, but then I have to verify after each person put it in to make sure they put in the right amount. A trade's just going to work better, and I will hold the kitty or the pot, and people will need to trade it. So I'm going to ask you as we go around and you say you want to bet this, get that trade window open. I will accept it very quickly, because that's going to be the slowest part of the game, is just you guys trading me your chips and stuff. And I think that's going to be the best way to do it, is doing the trade rather, like I said, than having a chest or something like that. So you'll make the trade. Then I will hand back the winner all the chips, and they have that for their next rounds of betting and stuff. I'm going to also use a chat channel. We don't do that very often at events, but we're going to use a chat channel. That way if other people want to just hang out and stuff and listen in while they're off hunting, that's fine. Just, please don't disrupt, official talk about the game. You can listen in and stuff. You don't have to have a microphone, but being able to listen in, it'll allow me to communicate more rapidly what's going on with each hand and stuff like that than having to type it all out. We're going to have a hard 2-hour time limit on this. So if everybody's like barely betting on any of the rounds and stuff, and everybody's like, just hoarding their chips, at the end, whoever's got the most chips of that 2-hour time limit will be declared the winner. So don't be afraid to go all in and try to take everybody's money and stuff and everything. Don't be afraid to do that. If you don't understand what all in is, that's basically betting everything you've got on that hand, and other players will have to go all in to match you and things like that. Prizes, every time everybody does a qualifying round, I'm going to give out one kodo just for your participation, just as a thank you for coming out and playing. And at the end, the winner of the whole tournament will get 25 kodos, the title of Novian World Series of Poker Champion, or Novian World Series Poker Champion, yeah. And I'm probably going to put together a specially dyed jacket for it. And second place, 10 kodos, and third place, 5. In all the qualifying rounds and in the tournament, we'll do up a nice little book that will show the winner for this, quarter or biannual time that we do this event. I don't know how often we'll do it, since it is, pretty a lot of stages and stuff. But just like I've said, I'm going to put in this shack all the winners of the fishing derbies, and I still have to write that book. That's one of my things to do in the next couple weeks. We're going to do a little poker tourney thing so that anybody visiting can always come by and just look at the history of the tournaments and the fishing derbies and everything that we've held here in Diamond Fields. So that pretty much explains everything that we've got going on for this and stuff. And I will get this up on the forums, and that's pretty much it. Hope to see everybody coming out. Remember, you need to sign up in advance to be guaranteed a spot. People that just show up on the fly, if there's a seat open, first come, first serve, no problem. And we'll keep doing this, you know, until we've had 36 people through. Let's say you lost in the first qualifying round. You can come back and, you know, another qualifying round, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, provided you sign up and or, you know, get there first to get that seat. You can only qualify once, so, you know, can't keep qualifying and win all 6 seats and by default win the tourney. But you can play again a second time. We're not going to, you know, limit folks or anything like that. Just, you know, as long as you're the first come, first serve on the sign up or on actual showing up on the day of the event. So it looks like it's getting ready to get dark here. It looks a little dark. Maybe it's just because I'm standing in the shade of this house here. So I'm going to call that a wrap for this video. Take care, everybody. Happy hunting. Be safe, and I hope to see you out at the poker tourney.